to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Additional Foreign Secretary for Africa, Ambassador Shahryar Akbar represented Pakistan at the peacekeeping ministerial meeting held on 5th to 6th of December in Ghana. He highlighted the challenges confronting UN peacekeeping and underscored the importance of ensuring safety of peacekeepers and the populations they serve. He called for a renewed commitment and robust partnership among member states and the United Nations to address these issues. At the conference, Pakistan has presented 19 concrete pledges demonstrating our commitment to UN peacekeeping. These pledges include the Strategic Communications Unit, Infantry Battalion, enhancing the percentage of women peacekeepers, helicopter units, and renewable energy resources. These pledges show Pakistan's dedication to global peace and security. In Ghana, Ambassador Shahryar Akbar called on Vice President of Ghana and Foreign Minister of Ghana. The two sides agreed to advance durable and mutually beneficial engagement and dialogue. They agreed to enhance cooperation across multiple domains, including science and technology, digitization, and to facilitate joint ventures. Ambassador Shahryar Akbar also held bilateral meetings with Under-Secretary General for Peace Operations, the UK Minister of State for Armed Forces, and the UAE Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs for Security and Military Affairs. The sixth round of bilateral political consultations between Pakistan and Mexico was held in Islamabad on 5th of December. Ambassador Mariam Aftab, Additional Foreign Secretary for Americas, led the Pakistan delegation, while the Mexican delegation was headed by Ambassador Jose Tripe, Director General for Africa, Central Asia, and the Middle East at the Mexican Foreign Ministry. The talks covered all aspects of bilateral relations, emphasizing mutual commitment to strengthen ties in trade, agriculture, investment, science and technology, and people-to-people contacts. A series of visits by senior US officials is taking place this week. These include Assistant Secretary for Population, Refugees, and Migration, Special Representative on Afghanistan, and Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of State. These visits are part of ongoing dialogue with the United States on a range of issues, including, but not limited to, the situation in Afghanistan. Pakistan remains committed to sustained engagement and dialogue with the United States. Pakistan welcomes the UN Secretary General's decision to invoke Article 99 of the UN Charter to bring to the attention of the UN Security Council the dire security situation and the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. This decision of the Secretary General demonstrates his conscionable assessment of the catastrophic situation in Gaza. Pakistan strongly and unequivocally condemns the continued use of force by Israel and its indiscriminate acts on civilians and civilian facilities and infrastructure in a flagrant violation of international humanitarian law. The suffering and collective punishment endured by the besieged people of Gaza is unprecedented and unacceptable. As the Secretary General has underscored in his letter to the President of the UN Security Council, civilians throughout Gaza face grave danger, and nowhere is safe in Gaza. There is a severe risk of collapse of the humanitarian lifeline essential for survival. The situation is fast deteriorating with potentially irreversible implications for Palestine and for peace and security in the region. Such an outcome must be avoided at all costs. We join the Secretary General in his call to the international community to end the ongoing situation and avert a humanitarian catastrophe. The UN Security Council must perform its primary responsibility under the UN Charter, impose an immediate and unconditional ceasefire, and protect the people of Gaza from an impending genocide. We call on Israel's backers to urge Israel to end its barbaric attacks and inhumane siege against Gaza. We also call for an international conference for long-term peace and the Palestinian question. Durable peace in the region will emerge from the internationally agreed two-state solution and from the creation of a secure, viable, contiguous, and sovereign state of Palestine on the basis of pre-June 1967 borders with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital. The decision by the Indian Parliament yesterday to pass a legislation pertaining to the future of IIOJK is yet another farce to perpetuate India's occupation and to deny the people of Jammu and Kashmir their right to self-determination. Jammu and Kashmir is an internationally recognized disputed territory whose final disposition is to be made in accordance with the United Nations Security Council resolution and as per the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. Any other process cannot serve as a substitute to the right of self-determination of the Kashmiri people. Pakistan has never recognized India's occupation of Jammu and Kashmir. It has repeatedly rejected the relevance of the Indian Constitution to this disputed territory. We therefore categorically reject any measures that perpetuate India's occupation in IIOJK. India's unilateral and illegal measures of the 5th of August 2019 and a number of subsequent steps are aimed at changing the demographic structure and political landscape of IIOJK. Pakistan strongly condemns and rejects these measures as these would convert Kashmiris into a disempowered minority in their own land. These measures are also a blatant violation of international humanitarian law and the relevant UN Security Council resolutions. India must rescind these illegal and unilateral measures, provide relief to the people of IIOJK, and create a positive environment for peace and dialogue. Pakistan will continue to extend political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. I thank you.